because Melia is facing, the ongoing challenge, of being a global brand while, remaining true to its roots, as a family owned company with, you know, distinctive Spanish touch, So our identity, it's grounding in, in Spanish heritage and this Mediterranean lifestyle.
Hello, my name is Renae Leith-Manos. Welcome to this podcast, Where to From Here, featuring conversations about luxury travel and how it's changing in every pocket of the globe. Hello. Today we're going to Southeast Asia to talk about the Spanish hotel group, Meliá Hotels. Now, I have interviewed many general managers from this exceptional Spanish group, but I only recently went to Spain and actually reviewed a couple of their hotels. And I have to say that I reviewed one of their hotels in Madrid called Palacio de los Dukes Gran Meliá Hotel. Excuse me if that wasn't perfectly pronounced. I had one of the best city stays of my life, and not just because they had free flow room art in this incredible red lounge within the hotel. Melia is a super luxury brand, but also I found a super practical brand. You can stay there and feel that anything you want is possible. It's certainly not too arrogant or anything like that. It's just a really Spanish feeling hotel brand. But we're here to talk about their incredible growth into Southeast Asia, and the managing director of Asia Pacific for Melia Hotels, Ignacio Martin, is here with me today. How are you?
Hi, hello, good morning. All good, all good. How are you?
Yeah, fantastic. It's wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you, thank you. I'm really, really appreciate. Very happy to be here.
Can you share with us the story of Melia Hotels? I know they started in Spain, I believe in Mallorca, and then this Spanish hotel group that now has over 380 properties globally and 39 in Asia Pacific with another 15 on the way. How did it all begin and how did you end up here?
Yeah. Okay. Well, Meliá Hotels International was founded in 1956, and well, we began as a family business on a small island, in the Mediterranean, Mallorca. And at just, 21 years old, Gabriel Escarrer Juliá turned, his passion into a business by opening his first hotel in Palma de Mallorca, laying the foundation for what would become one of the world's leading hotel groups. Um, Melia expanded when its first international property very close to Vietnam here in Bali in 1985, and established a presence in major cities throughout Europe and Asia, and as well other destinations in the Caribbean. Today, Meliá Hotel International has more than 450 hotels open, or in the process of opening in more than 40 countries, across 9 different brands, including 4 in the luxury segment. The Grand Meliá Hotel and Resort, you mentioned before, one of the hotels, and Me by Melia, the Melia Collections, and Paradise Body. So we are expanding, as well our global luxury footprints and in Asia Pacific, and with the debut of our Paradisus by Melia Bali this December, and in the future of first, Melia collection in 2027 here in Asia Pacific.
Right. And Mallorca really is that, would you say it's the jewel of Spain? I mean, I've been to Barcelona, I've been to Madrid, but Mallorca for me was very special to go there. There's a magic about it. There's just a feeling. Is that why do you think the brand started there?
Well, Mallorca has, a very interesting history in hotel families. All the families, the strong families, in hospitality most of them come from Mallorca. So it's very curious. They're not coming from Madrid or Barcelona. So there is a history behind of, 60, 70 years, starting in 1950, 1960. making the island special for us who are Spanish in terms of hospitality.
And what was the secret to Melia's success? I mean, there's many hotel groups in Mallorca that have just opened 4 or 5 hotels and stayed there. What was the difference with Melia?
Well, listen, our roots, in Mallorca bring, a warm, Mediterranean spirit to everything we do, from authentic, Spanish hospitality and culinary traditions to design sort of influence, that flow through all our brands. Um, well, it's being a family owned hotel business. We sort of connect very well with the like-minded owning companies in Asia Pacific in this case, which allow us to establish long-term relationship, with them. Some example we have here, for example, in Paradisus Bali, um, and Grand Melia Jakarta, owners that we have been working with them for more than 30 years. Or recently, AWC Group in Thailand, where we opened with them 5 hotels in the past 4 years. So we the way we are, the way we live is the way we work. And so this is transmitting in every single, conversation and relationship with our partners. And I think this make sort of a special to Meliá Hotels.
And you've been there a really long time because you started in their training division, or you started with them right from the get-go, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I've been in Melia for more than 30 years. And well,
Congratulations.
yeah. No, I started in Spain, so I was in cities like Madrid or Barcelona. I spent some time in Germany, and then I moved to the Caribbean for 10 years. And then after 10 years in China, I moved to Southeast Asia with base here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam since 2019. When Melia decided to open a core office from which today we manage our whole APAC portfolio. So yeah, it's been a very nice journey with Melia in different countries and different cultures.
And how was it for you going from Europe to Asia?
Well, from Europe, I moved to Cuba, and where I spent 10 years. It was a good time in Cuba, where when I got there, we were running only 5 hotels. When I left the island, we were running like 25 hotels. A similar experience in Vietnam. Uh, Maybe the biggest change, because at the end, the Caribbean, we speak the same language. Sort of we have a lot of connection between Spain and the Caribbean and South America. So the big change was you know, when I moved from La Habana to Shanghai. So, everything was changed, the culture, but it was an amazing journey. Something that I wanted to do. It's just I wanted to try myself and my family in Asia.
And what changes have you seen along the way? Must have been a lot.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of a lot of change, but well, definitely, these countries are really, giving us, the possibility to grow and in a different culture, in a different atmosphere. And well, we connected very well people here, and with our partners in countries like Thailand and China and Vietnam. It's we have very different profile of hotel owners. So we are working with state-owned companies in China or Vietnam. We are working with families. We're working with small and big companies. So well, it's a multi cultural and a multi business profile. So which makes sometimes, the conversation a little bit challenge, but at the same time, it's amazing to speak in the morning with Thailand, in the afternoon with Indonesia, and finish the day speaking with China, right?
And what would you say are the distinguishing elements of the Melia brand? Because I mean, Asia's flooded with luxury hotel brands. What is the key to your success in that market?
Yeah, well, it's really a good questions, because Melia is facing, the ongoing challenge, of being a global brand while, remaining true to its roots, as a family-owned company with, you know, distinctive Spanish touch, So our identity, it's grounded in, in Spanish heritage and this Mediterranean lifestyle, So we try to express, through, gastronomy, design, and service, and so on, no? So, at the end, we focus on we want to be different, we're not better or worse, but we want to focus on warm and human connection, a genuine empathy with the communities where we operate. So while our DNA the Spanish is very clear, but each property in Asia integrates, local design, culture, and so we celebrate local heritage while as well, staying true to our values and our standards. So at the end, I would say at Melia, the way we live naturally reflect, the way we work.
Yeah. And in practical terms, how do you maintain that DNA? Is it by regular meetings with your colleagues in Spain? And then how do you maintain that consistency amongst the staff of all the hotels?
Well, listen, we are very proud at regional level, in our office here in Ho Chi Minh City, and we have other cluster office in Shanghai and Jakarta. 90% of our employees are coming from Meliá Hotels International. So we are sending a clear message to all our people working at hotel level, that there is a future, there is opportunities to grow. So we are really taking care of our talent pool at hotel level and regional level now. Mm. Then we have a variety of expats working from, a few Spanish, but we are working with, as well here in Ho Chi Minh City. We have Malaysian, Chinese, Koreans, that at the end help us to be integrated in the different countries. And well, with we keep very regular, meetings face to face as well with our partners in different countries. In my case, and I have a head of owner relationship, so we try a very fluent communication with all of them. And yeah, and head office in Palma, always supporting, understanding. I think they are very close to the region. Um, so the rotation of employees is very low. So it's very stable team, very stable. So yeah, I think we are very proud of that. The team, at the
That's
end.
such a difference. That's such a difference to almost every luxury hotel group. And I have interviewed multiple GMs from Melia, and you're right, all of them came from Mallorca or have been with the brand for a really long time. That is a massive point of difference.
Yeah, yeah. No, it is. And sometimes, people ask me how it's possible you have been working in Melia for 30 years. Well, the answer is very easy. The company give me different challenge in different location and countries every 3-5 years. So uh,
Yes.
no relax, no relax.
Yes. And I see you went to Cornell University, and I just think, the people that come out of there seem to be elevated. Was it an amazing experience for you there? And what did they teach you that's so different to perhaps other hospitality schools?
Yeah. No, good point. I always think that in addition to all the experience that I have acquired in Europe and the Caribbean and China, I always believe that in the importance of supporting this experience with an academic component. And it's something that I recommend all my staff and my GM. So that is why I have a study in universities like Cornell, where I have earned, 3 certification in the past years, and at MIT, where I recently completed 3 courses in leadership, and currently I'm doing a certification in HR management as well as at Cornell. So which, I believe will give me insight into a very important area of the business. So, behind the work and the daily experience. So if you can have as well, an academic support behind it, it always help. And then in these courses, you find, many different profiles from many different countries. So, at the end, you learn from people.
Yes. So true. You learn from each other. So, what are the changes and trends you see coming to the future of luxury hotels?
Yeah, well, the future of luxury as well, we are coming from a, very traditional luxury to a more lifestyle. So one of the component, definitely, it's all about wellness, wellness has become, a central to the luxury experience, and as demand for like holistic, programs, here in APAC region and in the rest of the world. So very, very good examples is Paradisus Bali, which is going to be our first all-inclusive wellness, hotel in resort here in Asia. And it's just an example that it's going to offer, daily activities in wellness, including nature based rituals to promote, holistic wellness and so on. Cell, it's another example. Cell brand, if a lifestyle brand created with Rafa Nadal, um, very connected, with the social wellness. No, and all about sustainability. Guess now.
What explain to us what Rafael Nadal, excuse my pronunciation, what's he doing with Melia?
Yeah, it's a joint venture with Rafael Nadal, the tennis player. So it's a very well, Rafa Nadal and our chairman Gabriel Escarrer, they both come from Mallorca. So it's a very lifestyle Mediterranean brand. So when you stay in a self hotel, when you eat in one of the restaurants, it's like you are in Mallorca. So it doesn't matter if you are in Punta Cana or in Barcelona or the one we open in Mallorca. So it's a very special brand. So connect very well with the Spanish culture in everywhere you are, in a room, in a restaurant, in a wellness, in the beach. So it's the expression of the Spanish Mediterranean way of living. All right. So we expect as well to expand with Cell in Asia Pacific. We are cooking different projects for Cell brand as well.
But what exactly is Rafael doing? Is he overseeing that wellness program or?
No, well, there is no really a tennis hotel, so it's just a joint venture between the two companies, but definitely Rafa Nadal in terms of social media and supporting the hotels,
Oh, I
promoting the
see.
hotels, and be present when the hotel, yeah, and so on, and then both, our chairman Rafa, they come from Mallorca, so the island, the culture, they join both. To move forward with this beautiful brand.
Wow. Yeah, wellness is massive and sustainability. They're the two really big pillars at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. Now, definitely, guys now talking about sustainability, guys now expect, visible, like measurable effects, when it comes to sustainability efforts, and so it's about luxury, but with a concept, and I think at Meliá Hotels, well, we're always exploring new ways, to integrate, sustainable practice, across our properties in APAC and the rest of the world. Yeah.
Interesting. And Ignacio, when you travel, now that you're based in Vietnam, where are you traveling to? And do you go like to travel in luxury? And are you one of those guests who compares everything to Melia and says, oh, they're not as good, but we're better at that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you talk about my favorite places now to travel, maybe in luxury in Asia, well, I can recommend some places as well where we have hotels, but places like Maldives, with the overwater villas, private islands, and Michelin star dining under the sea is something that I love. And well, Kyoto in Japan as well. It's very special with it's private tea ceremony, temples, and the rich culture in such a unique private luxury. And Vietnam, for sure, in places like our Villa Le Corel in Nha Trang, or Jazz Cruise in Halong Bay, Bali in Indonesia. It's always there with, its luxury wellness retreat, like villas in Uluwatu.
Absolutely. And do you have any memorable guest experiences you can share with us? Perhaps an amazing guest story that stayed with you throughout all your amazing career?
Well, when I was general manager, in different resorts and city, because at the end, after 30 years working in hospitality and 20 years in hotels, you have. But I would say the most touchable is that I do have a few but very good friends that used to be my customers, and we are friends for more than 20 years. Uh, there are two or three cases that they have been in my house. I have been in their in their houses. So yeah, this is the beauty of this business is that you meet amazing people that at the end of the day become your friends, and as well, the employees, the staff, especially when you work in hotels, uh, and even some of the hotel owners that I worked with in the past, and yeah, some of them, even from China or here from Vietnam. At the end, we become sort of friends, So
Yeah.
that's the
Human
beauty of
connection. Human
it.
connection is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. And just for your final question, Ignacio, we ask everyone where to from here. And it can be what you're doing today, your next trip, what's ahead for you. So, where to from here?
Yeah. Well, listen, after these 30 years working in hospitality across three continents, I just want to enjoy the moment. Even during business trip, I'm taking more than 110 flights per year, but I try always to discover something new in every trip. If I don't know, next week I'm gonna go to, Jakarta or Chengdu, I'm always trying to discover something new in each destination out of the world, and learning from everyone around me. Sometimes
Yeah.
we that there are, extraordinary people, around us. And at the end, this business is all about people.
100%. And Jakarta has the most underground, bars and restaurants, right? You have to know someone there because I lived there, right? And people would say to me, "There's nothing on Google. There's no restaurants here. It's a terrible place." And I'm like, "Oh, no, no, no. It's all
No,
on Instagram, but to find it, you have to know someone."
there are
A
cases.
lot of Asia is like that, isn't it?
It is. It is. I mean, Jakarta is one of the examples that if you don't know the city, maybe, people can say, okay, it's boring or this, or you don't find the right restaurant out. No, it's not true. I mean, spend a weekend in Jakarta. So if you have the right people to give you the right tips where to go, it's an amazing city. Right? But it's so in every city,
And great. Yeah. It's one of my favorite places, having lived there. I just love going back. I get my hair done every day, Ignacio. I get massages every day. I party every day. It's just so much fun. It's
no. Then when you combine, as I will do next week, like Jakarta with Bali and Bali Nusa Dua,
Yes.
so it's what a change, from the city to. So this is the beauty of this business.
Yes, in this region. Do you think you're in Asia forever?
Um, I don't know. As I said to you, I enjoy the moment. I go year by year. I'm very happy here. It's already 16 years in Asia. I connect, very well with the people here. You never know in this business. One day you are here, tomorrow you are there. But yeah. The time I'm here, I will try, to keep enjoying and learning, and yeah. So if I may, I do recommend, everyone working in hospitality, anytime in their life to spend, several years in Asia Pacific, and work in this country. It's going to be a before and after in their careers. Definitely. I do recommend.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's such great advice because there's a hospitality amongst the people there in all of the countries, to be fair, that is quite different to Europe.
Mm, it is.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute honor to meet you. And maybe I'll meet you in person because I do spend a lot of time in Southeast Asia.
Well, listen, let us know, and thank you for this time with you. It's been very nice, and I felt very comfortable talking to you. Thank you, Renee.
Oh, thank you, Ignacio. It's a lovely thing to say. Have a beautiful rest of the day in Vietnam.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe here and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for regular travel updates. You can also hear our episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.